Hey, everyone. Welcome to another episode of The Simple Life with Gary Collins. That is me. And we're going to be doing another Ask Gary Anything, round 13. That's a lot of these things, man. First, since there's questions related to advice in Ask Gary Anything, make sure to go check out my consulting. You can go check it out on the simplelifenow.com website. You can buy the consulting sessions there. And then we schedule them at your convenience and we get shit done. I'm telling you, save you a bunch of time. Piece of cake. So yeah, I'd really appreciate, if you got some questions that you need some in-depth knowledge on. Especially I've been getting a lot on starting businesses and health, but I do all kinds of things like living off the grid, rural living, finding your own land, how to build shit, all kinds of stuff. If you hear me talk about it and you think I have some knowledge I can share, or one of my books, if you have a topic such as decluttering your life, that's a good one. We all could use that. Trust me, especially in America. We like a lot of crap. So ask Gary anything. We got some always good questions. And for those watching the video, there's nothing there. It's just me talking. But if you want to see the full length videos, make sure to become a member of the Simple Life podcast. You go in there and you get the whole length videos. Only place you can get them. That's the only place you're going to see me picking my nose. Maybe in public, but otherwise it's going to be right there. But all right, let's get going on this thing here. If I can get all my stuff organized and figure out where everything is, which I cannot find the notes. They have hidden on. There they go. All right. Let's start with Matt K. This is a long one, but it's a good one. I'm a firefighter, paramedic with 15 years experience in the field, and I'm seriously considering a career change. Matt, that's right around the time when people burn out in those fields. Actually, earlier. It's right around 7 years, to be honest with you, when people leave. Due to work-related health concerns like PTSD, anxiety, depression, insomnia, I no longer feel like my career is a healthy fit for me and my family. Been there. Been exactly right there. So I know what you're saying, Matt. I still love my job, but I just don't think I can do it anymore. The idea of changing careers really intimidates me. All the formal education and work experience is in emergency services. Again, I know it. All my education when I was in the government was in law enforcement and criminal investigations. I like the idea of owning my own business and having some flexibility and control to make a living on my own terms. That being said, I don't know where to go or what my first steps should be. For context, I'm 37 years old. Dude, you are young. Healthy, debt-free, married, and have a child. You're in a good spot. My interests include writing, yoga, meditation, fitness, hiking, rock climbing, gardening, and studying history. Any thoughts on my situation? Should I suck it up and stick with the safe option or branch out and try something new? Oh, Matt, you answered your own question because I'm guessing you're feeling burned out. 15 years is a long time in that type of job. And we have to look at life as stages. Once you kind of fulfill yourself and, in a certain career, to me, it's time to move on. Chasing the carrot really isn't an option anymore, to be honest with you. It's, retirements and all that. That's great. But if you're pooping your diaper and mumbling to yourself in your rocking chair after retiring, what good is it, is my attitude. Now, running your own business when you've done, and I've been there. I started my own side business early on in my 20s. Had a very, like I've discussed in previous episodes, I had a very smart accountant who told me you need to have a side business. Hint, hint. And so I did, and it got me going because I had to create it. I had to look into it. I did all the incorporation documents on my own. She told me that I should do that and figure it out. And so I've done them all ever since. And with that, don't be, it's hard because I was entrenched and, I'm all, what am I going to do? I mean, what do I want to do? And the problem with a lot of people is you can do anything, right? But all you know is what you know. And so jumping outside of that comfort zone is incredibly uncomfortable. And it makes you sweat, makes you lose sleep. And you just have to get over that and realize everything will be fine. If you plan correctly, you're doing well. You're debt free. And I always say this: the best time to start a side business is when you're employed. If you got a steady paycheck coming in, that's when you want to start it on the side. Don't quit your job and then start the business. That is what a lot of people do. And almost all those people fail. So you have to get into that mental space and go, okay, all my formal education, everything is as a first responder, basically, right? What do I need to do on the side to start getting me ready for another basically chapter of my life, which would be, running your own business and running your own show is, I can't even, and we all talk about this, people have done it. It is so freeing. And you just look at everything differently. The way you work your days is differently. If I want to take a break and take an hour and go read out in the sun, I can go do that. My boss isn't yelling at me. Why aren't you back from lunch yet? Damn it. Where are you? I've had that happen. And kind of that freedom, but it doesn't mean you don't work. And in most cases, most entrepreneurs work more than they did prior. The difference is you enjoy what you do. And once you can get it going, and this takes a long time, in most cases, it doesn't happen overnight, is that once you kind of get to that point, you can start throttling back on your hours. Like I said, it doesn't happen overnight. It takes a long time in most cases, bare minimum of 5 years. And most people, it's 10 plus. And I could see people squirming in their seat right now going, oh my God, I got to put 10 years in. Yeah. Work is work. And people like to, live through reality TV shows and unicorns. And people go back and listen to my prior episode about sociopaths. Most rich people, filthy rich people, are sociopaths. I hate to break it to people because they have one thing on their mind, and instant gratification and money. Most people are not wired that way. Most people are wired for fulfillment. We want to be fulfilled. We don't want to Groundhog Day it. We're not chasing the almighty dollar. We're chasing a lot of things, but mainly we're chasing freedom. Freedom to do the things we want to do. And that doesn't mean being a billionaire. You can do a lot of things by not being a billionaire or millionaire. A lot of stuff. It's all about how you gauge your lifestyle. For me, it's just simple living. I don't need a whole lot of stuff. So my life's pretty straightforward and easy. And that's what I teach. So for now, Matt, what I would do is I would start looking into some of your interests, what it would take to start a business in those interests, and start actively figuring out how you can start working in them. It might be more than one. You may have to experiment for the next couple of years to figure out what you like and what's doable, but keep your job. You want to stress yourself out, lose your income completely, and have to turn a side hustle into a full hustle. You're going to be, you think you're stressed out now? You're going to be even more stressed out then. So don't do that. Have a plan. Always have a plan. What do I always tell people? Plan, organize a plan, execute the plan. That's how you get stuff done. Remember, plan, organize the plan, execute the plan. Repeat that over and over and over again in anything you do. And I guarantee you'll be highly successful. It is that simple. Most people don't have a plan. They have no organizational skills, and they don't execute anything except for being on their smartphone and social media. Okay. You have to be, you have to have discipline. You have to have dedication to something to finish it to the end. If you're not willing to do that, being an entrepreneur is going to be a epic failure. Again, everyone wants to look at the unicorns. Everyone wants to look at the bazillionaires. Again, those are the unicorns. Does it happen? Yes. Does it happen in a majority? No. These are the needles in the haystack. If you want to pursue that, and even if you're super driven and have all these great skills, the odds of you getting there are still slim to none. That's just reality. There's only one Elon Musk. I mean, that's all I can say. There was only one Einstein, and Einstein wasn't filthy rich. Probably one of the most brilliant minds of humanity, of all humans. So you have to understand, but was chasing the mighty dollar important to him? No. Elon Musk, seems like he likes money. But it's an end to what he wants to do too. I'm torn on him at times. He comes off very altruistic at some times, and then other times he becomes very narcissistic. It's hard for me to read him at times, but hey, like I said, there's only one him. I can't be Elon. None of us can.